The mechanics of time control. Welcome in, time hackers. Much love, Trav here. Let's talk about how to control perception of time, how to speed up time, how to slow down time, what time is, how we measure time, and how to take greater control of time in our lives. Because all the studies say that we're not really stressed out from lack of time. People are stressed out over lack of control over their time. So if you have great control over your time, you're going to have a lot less anxiety about having to do things. And you may work even more, but you'll feel better about it. You'll have less stress. Or you can work way less because once you have time control, you can control the time. So if you want a scientific resource on this, I highly recommend Time by Stephen Klein. But you don't have to read it. I'm going to give you an abbreviation on it. But basically, first we'll say people perceive time differently. We know that. Time is kind of mysterious, how it seems to slow down when we don't want to be doing something or speed up when we're having fun. How can we fast forward to the good parts and just stay with the good parts? Well, my own personal story, I noticed something funny when I traveled. I noticed that certain places had different feelings of how time passed, and people perceive time differently there and even had different language for how time works in some of these places. For instance, San Francisco is really fast. Time feels like it's just going and the clocks are spinning and days and weeks are just spinning and everyone's kind of in a rush and it just feels like there's no time. There's very little time. You rushed in your commute and you get back and you're trying to get to the gym, get it in, and you're trying to make dinner, and you're trying to get enough sleep, and it just doesn't seem like there's enough time, and time is just going so fast. Whereas when I was in Hawaii, they call it island time. They have something called island time, where time seems to crawl, and things take forever, and you have to be very, very patient, because there's just ages and mountains of time. This isn't true for everyone, but in general, people express this being true in Oahu, on the farms there. People express this being true on the Big Island, having island time. So I was there for a week, and I was there for weeks, months, a month. It felt like years. So why is it that I was in San Fran once for a week, and it felt like a minute, right? Why is that, and how do we control this so we can speed up, take advantage of it? So the first thing we want to know is, what is time? How do we perceive time, right? We know how we smell. We have particles come in our nose, right? We know how we taste. We have sensitive taste buds. We know how we see light waves. We know how we hear vibrations in the air. So how do we actually perceive time? Have you thought about that? The way that we perceive time is through motion, actually. Our motion sensors and our time sensors are linked. Time is inherently rhythm. Rhythm, subdivision, mathematical subdivision. What is rhythm? Rhythm is movement, or rhythm is sound. Duh, 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 duh. Guess what sound is? It's coming from motion. So rhythm is motion. Time is motion. So things seem fast when things are going fast, when our heart is beating fast, when we're breathing fast, when the cars are going fast, when people are speeding, when people are in a rush. Watching this video, it might seem like time is really going fast and you're learning very fast, right? Especially if you're watching in 1.5x or 2x speed, and because I happen to naturally talk fast most of the time, except when I want to purposefully slow things down, which you can do by slowing down motion. If you look at people in San Fran versus Hawaii, the people in San Fran talk faster, they breathe faster, their heart beats faster. These people in Hawaii who are talking about island time, a lot of them are meditating, slow breath, slow heartbeat, slow talk, and that's the key. That is the key. So if we want to control time, we need to know that we have power to control it. Stop saying, I don't have the time. Say, I have mountains of time. I have all the time. If you want to speed things up, breathe faster. Get your heart pumping. Drink caffeine. Caffeine is proven to speed up perception of time. If you want to slow things down, meditate. Take slow, deep breaths. Be methodical about your breathing. Be methodical about your movement. Be methodical about your heart beating. Slow everything down and it will seem like things just crawl. So the next time you're doing something you don't want to do, then be fast about it. and it will feel like it zooms by. The next time you're really, really enjoying and loving what you're doing, that's a good time to breathe as slowly as you can, take control of the autonomic nervous system, slow everything down, and it will reduce stress. It's all tied. This is convergence of Eastern and Western medicine, which is how we know it's true. Control of the breath is ultimately control of time, because breath is the rhythm, center, movement that we can control more easily than the heart. We have some control over the heart, but it's very, very easy to control the breath. And we control the breath, we control motion, we control our perception of time. That's why people will feel like shit's going so fast in San Fran. That's why people feel like things are crawling in Hawaii. Hope you found this useful. Time hackers, time machine, take control of this. And we'll see you in the next video. Apply this right away. And again, next time you want a moment to last forever, tell yourself that it does, and breathe as slowly as you can, and you'll have the experience that it will, because that's just the way we perceive time, is through rhythm of motion. So that's the science. That's how we control time. I hope you found this super useful, and we'll see you in the next vid. Hack that shit. Hack that time. You got it.